The dead will number in the thousands. Are you sure that God wills this?
Dracula, A Love Tale, 2025, French Gothic. This movie, for me, encompasses all the Dracula movies. This is my opinion. You know, everyone's got their own opinions of this. But you got to remember the Dracula story. The book, where it came from, all the books, all the different ideas, all the different movies that came from this, they all had different interpretations. And for me, this one was beautiful.
Who asked Holly who, and then what?
Let them come.
It starts off really intense. The way they convey the lust and love they have for each other, and that's how it just starts straight off the bat. And then you start looking at the period piece, like the costumes and everything. It's really, the detail is unbelievable. So as the story progresses, and I'll just go off the story for a little bit, just with the costumes alone, the set and everything. As you know, the Dracula story, time goes by, and what they do, I'll get to who was the director and writer, but what they do with this is era appropriate. I haven't seen a movie that you could tell and guess what century, what year you're in by the set and the costumes to a T.
Speak.
There was an ambush. She managed to escape.
Where did she go?
The forest of wolves.
So it's the 15th century, and that's when his beloved dies. And so time goes by, and the prosthesis and the makeup that's done with this to show Dracula, like by the 19th century, how he's been eroded and just sad and always expecting his beloved to be reincarnated. And his whole purpose in this movie is to find her, to look out for her. So when he made other people be vampiric, and their purpose to him always was, number one, to look out for his beloved to be reincarnated and do everything else they do. Like, you know, put wealth together, do business, invest in businesses. And, you know, they just basically colonized and grew and grew and grew as vampires. But it didn't necessarily start off like that, of course.
It is a fragrance that I developed for over a century. Capture the souls of the most sensitive flowers. This perfume was highly effective.
So as the centuries go by, you can see how things are superseded, the progression of society, while Dracula basically stays stagnant himself and like he's rotting almost, waiting for the time that his beloved comes to. So in those days, everyone did everything in the name of God. It was ruled, and so they fought wars, did everything in society in the name of God. And so when Dracula denounced God, he really separated himself from everybody else.
Come a little closer, my son.
Stoker's masterpiece, the novel Dracula, was published in 1897. It was actually written in a form of diaries and journals that were kept. So all the main characters ended up becoming vampires. So the story goes back to Transylvania, vampire, and they end up having superpowers and fighting in wars. And as the time went by, the whole purpose in the book anyway was to make his way back to England. So all the innocent people along the way for blood and all the different stories that happen, they were hair-raising adventures. And so the whole point was everyone was trying to overpower Dracula. Okay, so the novel influences the vampire Western popular culture idea of vampires. Hence why I go to this particular movie as to it's a different view. And it's romantic, but I take the word romance out because the passion and the love and the longing was conveyed in such a way that the actors, honestly, when I show some of these bits, it's captivating how they try and show what it's like to wait for your lover, your love, longing for them, and then finally something happens and you think he thought he saw her, and you actually get the thrill of if only this was possible.
So, if I couldn't go to her, I had to find a way for her to come to me.
The film was written and directed by Luc Besson. It was presented as some tragic, romantic Bram Stoker's classic tale. Caleb Landry Jones, he's the Dracula, and I don't think anyone else could actually do this part as he has. And I think that's why I fell for this movie, as his acting, the passion that he put into this, and he comes across as a very mature actor. So there's Christopher Waltz as the priest, and I'll have a couple of names and leads in here, like of course the reincarnated wife, and all the different actors in this really should be mentioned.
Don't support your presence here.
I'm used to it. The church and the scientific academies don't get along very well.
Like and subscribe, it helps me out. In the comment section I have a pinned comment, and that's for people who want to give spoilers, and for the die-hard Dracula fans who want to abuse me of how silly I am regarding this movie, go for it. And so otherwise just out of the pinned comment, make a comment. Great.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to Who asked hardly seriously who